Let's pay homage to the Buddha, the fully enlightened one. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. I will pay respect to the Buddha, the fully enlightened one. Buddha bodhaya titi tantoyo dhamataya sa. Dhamataya tanto dhamantino vadaranaya sa. Nibuddho nibbanataya tan lokatarananami. Lokatarano lokatumma ikuzaya tasu phito mudo. Yo nago Buddha naga miro yadiya sinde yato tachin myaswa pyadi. Buddha thisalin kuro rai to twin ti myen dormu bi phit yue. Bodhaya sa chuthai tatu bolu ro kutu thin lin ti ja ba se chin chu nga lagaw. Tanto kuro ga bin yin chi dormu bi phit yue. Dhamataya sa chuthai tatu bolu ro kutu me yuen yin chi ja se chin nga lagaw. Tanto kurai ga bin kilita upukhate inyin dormu bi phit yue. Dhamataya sa chuthai tatu bolu ro kutu me yuen kilita pu nyin ja ba se chin nga lagaw. Dino wa tandaya nawan garachango. Kudan thau chao kuro ran yauk pi phit yue ta layin. Dharanaya sa kuro thatu chuthai tu ro ne buddha wan ma ve kando. Kudan thau chao yauk ja ba se chin chu nga lagaw. Ne buddha kileta pranibban win san yuk te. Kuro rai e nyin dormu bi phit yue. Nibbanataya sa kuro thatu ve ne lu ro pukhate nyin ja ba se chin chu nga lagaw. Dhammam ne sin li na dhamma sakko. Te te di karuna shi tha metta phit ho cha ro mu phit ba pe. Lokatarana lokatumma ikuzaya tasu phito mudo. Dhanaga Buddha naga miro yadiya sinde yato tato myaswa phyago. Nami namami ko no nalong tong zong pyang pyo. Mango sho yue gado myan no le song mo yue. Shikho u nyo pa i myaswa phya myaswa phya. Are you ready? I am ready.
Last week, there's a question on the food offered before the Buddha attain Buddhahood and also during his parinirvana. So Bhante has further information and will speak further on this. Before we recap, I shall read the question again. In Mahaparinirvana Sutta, the Buddha mentioned that the food offered to him before he attained Buddhahood and the food offered to him before his parinirvana are of great merits, equal great merits, and it brings great results. The question is, before the attainment of adulthood, the Bodhisattva is just a Putujana. Why is it that the food offered to a Putujana equals in terms of merits to the food offered to a Sammasambuddha?
As it is a question that you read last Q&A section, and as I have told all of you, if I see more information, I will explain more. And I read what I need to read. I see that these two offerings, when the Bodhisattva was a Putujana, just not yet the enlightened one. At that time, the offering, it is offered by Sujata. And before taking final Nibbana, Chonda, a wealthy man, he offered food to the Buddha, tender pork to the Buddha, before the Buddha's taking final Nibbana. These two will give equal great result. These two are what cannot be surpassed by any other merits. It is explained in the commentary. What is the reason? Before Buddha took final Nibbana, one day the Buddha said to the Venerable Ananda, if people say that because of taking Chonda's tender pork, Buddha took final Nibbana, how unfortunate to you that you have done this. If people say, people complain to the Chonda at that time, you must say this. It is not because I have taken Chonda's tender pork, I took final Nibbana. Not because of this, I suffer from dysentery. It is just because Chonda has prepared very good quality food to offer to me. It is so good that nobody except me can eat it. Except me, nobody can digest this food. Because of this reason, after Buddha took these, something left behind. At that time, Buddha told the worthy man Chonda to bury it. If somebody unknowingly, if they have taken, they will encounter much difficulty. Because of this reason, Buddha told the Chonda to bury it. The leftover food, because nobody digestive system is strong enough to digest. Because of this very good prepared food, Buddha can bear the suffering caused by the severe dysentery. That the Buddha can bear it. It is because of that food. It strengthens the Buddha. Because of this reason, he can bear the severe suffering and he can take final Nibbana with strong energy. Because of the supporting of the Chonda's offering. That's why this is one reason. Another reason, the sister Sujata, who offered the Bodhisattva, who is going to practice for his enlightenment under the Bodhi tree. The sister, the lady Sujata, thought that it is the guardian spirit of that tree. He didn't know that it is a Bodhisattva. Only later he came to know that it is a Bodhisattva, not the guardian spirit that she offered to the one. And later he knew that because of taking his mean, Buddha could practice, Bodhisattva could practice for his enlightenment. Why is it so that these two offerings have equal great merit? The reason is because of having this mean, the first one, Buddha have energy to practice, Bodhisattva has energy to practice meditation, to attain Kilesa Prinivana. It is the time Buddha had attained Kilesa Prinivana. He had removed all the defilements with the help of the food offered by the lady Sujata. Because this is the cause of his enlightenment, because of this reason, one of the causes of his enlightenment, because of having this me, and he has enough energy to practice meditation, and he can remove all the defilements. That's why this is the time he attained Kilesa Prinivana. Because of accepting and having the opportunity to take the tender pork offered by the Chonda, he has strong energy to take Khanda Prinivana. Okay? The first one is Kilesa Prinivana. The second one is Khanda Prinivana. Because of this reason, both of them, Lady Sujata, she was very happy whenever she thought about his offering to the Bodhisattva. Oh, because of my offering, Bodhisattva has attained Kilesa Prinivana. And the Chona, whenever he thought, oh, because of my offering, Buddha can bear to take his final Nibbana, Khanda Prinivana. Both of them very happy, no out of comparison to any other merits. Because of this reason, Buddha said these two offerings are equal of great merit. Okay?
There seems to be some disagreement as to whether the Pali term used for the final meal was actually pork or mushroom.
It is. Yes, yes. So, some say it is mushroom, but our scholar in Myanmar, like the Tipitaka, Sayadaw Mahathera, Ningon Sayadaw, he take only tender pork, not as mushroom. Okay?
Thank you, Ake, for the explanation. This question is on seeking advice for meditation. What are the right understanding and right attitude we should develop and maintain along the way as we are practicing meditation?
Right attitude.
And right understanding.
Right attitude for meditators is not to expect anything. This is very important. If you have expectation, you have no right attitude. Right understanding will come if you have no expectation. If you have expectation, there will be no right understanding. But right understanding here, samadhi. If you want to talk about samadhi, it is too wide. actually knowing and seeing the Four Noble Truths. It is Samadhi. So before knowing the cessation of suffering, we must know and see the suffering, the origin of suffering. The right understanding will follow after the right concentration. Without having developed right concentration, no one can attain right understanding. What the people use in their daily life, right understanding, is very superficial. What does the Buddha mean? Right understanding means related to realizing the Four Noble Truths. For that reason, those who have developed concentration, the right understanding will follow after. Who can develop concentration? Those who have right attitude, those who have no expectation, those who have mindfulness, those who are practicing naturally without putting much effort. Only then they will attain concentration, and then followed by the right understanding.
In the Great 40 Sutta, the Buddha speaks about right understanding as Kama ownership, right view. Kama ownership, right view. So I'm wondering, how does that relate to the question?
Kamma Sagata Samadhi, Vipassana Samadhi, Jhana Samadhi, all these are Samadhi too. So Kamma Sagata Samadhi is one of them. Understanding on law of karma. Okay? If we have no right understanding on the law of karma, in other words, those who have no faith on law of karma, they have no right understanding. They will not find, they will not seek for that understanding. As you all know, because of believing or having faith on the Buddha and Dharma and Ariya Sangha, Noble Sangha, we believe in the teachings of the Buddha and we believe in law of karma. It is also not very deep enough, not unshakable faith. Only when you penetrate directly, at that time you will attain the Kamma Sagata Samadhi, which is the right view, right understanding. The Samadhi means right view, okay? So it will attain only when you realize directly with your insight knowledge. So jhana samadhi, because of attainment of jhana, you will know, you will see the suffering and the cause of suffering. Vipassana samadhi will follow after. Only then you will realize the attainment of nibbana, which is right samadhi, a right understanding or right view at the time.
Next question. Dear Bhante, concentration is essential to progress in meditation and to reach the final goal. What about the meditators who cannot develop concentration? How can they progress and what should they focus on?
I believe all of you want to realize final goal. I believe it is not for all. Do you agree with me? I believe both. I believe all of you want to attain final goal. I believe too it is impossible for all in this very life. That's why with this right understanding, with this understanding, you all need to encourage yourself to continue walking on this path without going astray. For about reaching final goal, we need to look far. Not only consider about this existence as a bodhisattva fulfilled for his final goal for incalculable and 100,000 eons. Why do you feel so pity towards you? You are very fortunate to have such opportunity to practice the right teachings of the Buddha, that for sure you're one day going to realize final nibbana. Continue diligently without feeling depression on what you are doing and towards yourself too.
Okay. Next question. As a beginner, when we practice meditation, a lot of passaddhi can arise in the body, but the mind doesn't become tranquil at the same time. What is the reason for this?
If you don't enjoy the tranquility or the peaceful feeling that you felt in your body, it is just because of your tranquil mind. Because of the development of concentration, or because of having continuous awareness on the meditation object, tranquility arose in your mind. Because of this reason, it affects your body. But if you're expecting the tranquility, it disturbs you. Just because of your mind that is finding or expecting that tranquility, it disturbs you yourself. And if you don't care about what you fed in your body too, your mind will be calm. That's why the main thing is to maintain focusing on the cause, which is the cause of arising the tranquility in your body and mind. When you can focus well at that time, it causes the tranquility of body and mind. At that time, you should not enjoy. If you enjoy, you forget to focus on the meditation object. Because of this reason, they run away. They will not be with you just because of having no wise attention on your meditation object. This happens. If you just maintain focusing as usual, there will be no such thing.
I think this question is on Bhavanga. In order to discern the jhana factors, we are asked to discern Bhavanga. Next, between the two mental processes, there is the Bhavanga, and when we meditate, sometimes we fall into Bhavanga. Can Bhante please explain the differences?
The Bhavanga between mental processes are Bhavanga, which is what we call mental continuum. Also, what we instructed meditators to discern Bhavanga, it is mind door, or where the mentality arises, where the mental process arises. It is mind door. So to understand the jhana factors and to understand mental process, we must first see the Bhavanga. It is mind door. The Bhavanga, what we meant between the mental process, it is mental continuum. These two are not the same. That mental continuum take the object of the near-death moment.
What about falling into Bhavanga?
Falling into Bhavanga is falling into the mind movement, which is between mental process. That's why we don't know the present object. But that mind taking the past near-death object.
I think this question is also on Bhavanga. Is Tina Mida so improper and falling into Bhavanga the same?
Tina Mida is just because of the associated mental factors, which is Siddhisika, sloth and torpor. It arises in the form of, it arises as the sloth and torpor. It arises in every mind moment because they rooted in moha. Because of this reason, these two are not the same. Bhavanga is the mental continuum which take the near-death object. When we fall completely into the Bhavanga, we fall asleep. When we are soundly sleeping, our Bhavanga mind movement is continuously arising all the time.
Thank you, Bhante. Next, when we discern the jhana factors in first jhana, we are asked to discern only 5 jhana factors, although there are 34 mental factors. Can Bhante explain what is the reason?
The reason is, for first jhana, there are 5 jhana factors. For the attainment of jhana concentration, all the meditators need to maintain focusing on the nimitta. Even at the excess concentration stage, before reaching the absorption. At that time, 5 jhana factors are clear too. Yes, they are altogether 34 mental factors. But for proceeding from one jhana to another, Buddha instructed us to discern only 5 jhana factors. For the first jhana, there are 5 jhana factors. For the second jhana, there are 3 jhana factors. In this way. For that reason, preparing for the higher attainment, we all need to discern the 5 jhana factors to be able to understand the disadvantages of the applied thought and sustained thought, and to continue second jhana, which is more calm. So for that reason, we all need to know the 5 jhana factors. Another reason, it is from the practical point of view. The time meditators develop concentration, deep concentration, absorption concentration, when we instructed them to see the bhavanga, at that time we must remind them not to look at the bhavanga for a long time, not 2-3 minutes, 2-3 seconds. Why? Everybody, those who have listened, they knew very well. They don't believe the teachers. Sometimes not because they don't want to listen, just because they want to test. They spend a long time. What they happen? Cry. Oh, I felt very, very discomfort feeling in my heart. I don't know how to express such feelings. So difficult to express. And very, very terrible. Now it makes your concentration fall down too. That's why it is not suitable to discern, spending a long time at the beginning to know the bhavanga. This is one reason. Because of this reason, how can they discern 34 mental factors? So difficult. So it is not the right time to do. Because of this reason too, I think Buddha didn't teach us, I think.
Next question. Pupujana practiced Dhamma in his life. He passed away. If he is reborn in either the Deva, Rupa Brahma or Arupa Brahma realm, is it possible for him to continue to learn the Dhamma, to attain Magga in the Deva, Rupa Brahma or Arupa Brahma realm?
Much better than human and Deva. As you all may remember, when the Bodhisattva enlightened as a self-enlightened Buddha, and then he gave the first discourse. What is that talk? Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta. And turning the wheel of the Dhamma, Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta. At that time, in the human realm, there was only one person who attained Sotapanna. Who is he? Do you remember? Oh, my disciples, don't you know? Who is that one? Venerable Konninya to be. Not yet Venerable Konninya. Venerable Konninya to be. He attained first pardon fruition knowledge. It is the only one who attained noble person as a human. At that time, in the commentary, it is explained 80 millions of Deva and Brahma attain noblehood. How much different? Whenever one Buddha appeared in the world, many Deva and Brahma, they attain noblehood because they are those who had practiced meditation as a human when they live in the human world. As you know, who can be reborn as a Brahma? Not for those who just make an offering, not for those who just practice morality, but for those who diligently develop concentration and maintain up to the near-death moment. Only those who do like this, they can be reborn in the Brahma realm. In the same way, those who were reborn in the Deva realm just by making offering, they will forget. They will forget to practice meditation because their intention to make an offering to be reborn in the Deva realm is to enjoy sensuality there. Not to practice. Because of this reason they forgot. Because of this reason, after they die, they fall to the four states again. Only those who have practiced meditation well as a human, up to a certain stage, they don't forget to practice. They meet with the Dharma friend in the Deva realm. The Dharma friend reminded them, my friend, don't forget the meditation object that you have practiced as a human. And you continue, practice meditation. And when the Buddha appeared, as their lifespan is too long, they got the opportunity to meet with the Buddha and be enlightened as the enlightened one. Okay? Yes, there are many those who had realized the Dharma. There are many noble persons in the Brahma realm. Even the Kassapa Buddha time. And those who practiced under the guidance of the Kassapa Buddha. They were reborn. They were reborn in the Brahma realm. Do you all remember? After Buddha enlightenment, his mind inclined not to teach the Dharma. At that time, somebody Brahma came down the human world. Okay? So he is the disciples of the Kassapa Buddha. There are many noble disciples of others Buddha in the Brahma realm because their lifespan is very, very long. That's why you all will got the opportunity to hear the Dharma from them. Or if you have attained a certain level in this very life, or if you have attained a Sotapanna in this very life, and if you want to be reborn in the Brahma realm, and if you maintain up to the near-death moment, you will be reborn in the Brahma realm. As you have been a noble person, you will continue practicing there for your higher attainment there too.
In the Arupa Brahma realm, they have no sense organs, so they can't hear.
Yes, as the ordinary people, as the ordinary Brahma, it is very difficult. They lost the opportunity to hear the Dharma in Arupa. That's why they have great loss. When the Buddha appeared, as you remember, the two teachers who the Buddha Bodhisattva approached, they were reborn in the Arupa Brahma. When the Buddha inclined to teach the Dharma, at that time he surveyed the world. He thought, who should I teach as a first person? He remembered the first teacher, Alara Kalama. And then at that time, one Deva came down and informed the Buddha. He had passed away 7 days ago. And the Buddha, he looked with his eyes again. Oh, yes, the Alara Kalama, who practiced mastery for the Arupa Jhana, the seventh attainment, Akinsenya Yadana Jhana, in nothingness. So he mastered this. Because of this reason, he reborn there. So Buddha said, oh, great loss. And then he thought about another one, Uddaka. He also passed away just last night, in the middle watch of the night. And then, he lost a great loss. That's why, as an ordinary being, if we were reborn in the Arupa Brahma, even the Buddha appeared, it is a great loss. That's why, whenever I teach Arupa Jhana, I told my all disciples, I taught all of you not to be reborn there. I taught all of you not to master this, just to make your concentration stronger and stronger for your insight meditation. I don't want all of you to practice mastery for Arupa Jhana for the purpose to be reborn in the Arupa Brahma realm.
This question, I heard from someone that when a meditator has already practiced Paticca Samuppada in his life, he will be able to meet the Buddha Dharma in his future life. Is this true?
Because of this reason. Don't you agree with me? Okay? All the people in the world, They are pretending to be this and that.
This and that.
Yeah.
Pretending to do this, pretending to do that. Pretending to be this person, pretending to be that person.
Yes. Because of this reason, finally, because of that realization of the Dharma to such extent, sense of urgency easily can arise in their mind. That's why realization of the Dharma to a certain extent is very important. In this very life, we should try as much as we can.
When attaining discussion, if the meditator could not attain Nibbana in this present life, and he or she is sure to have a future existence, in which realm would Bhante suggest he or she aspire for, and how should he or she make aspiration in order to face the near-death moment? Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
The one who has penetrated the Dharma, even though he or she could not attain noblehood, if one can practice up to the vipassana, their understanding on the Dharma is deep. Because of this reason, if they are going to be reborn in the Deva realm, they will not forget to continue practice meditation. If they are going to be reborn in the Brahma realm, it is also good. If they are going to be reborn, or they come back, or they reborn as a human again, it is also good too, because they have penetrated the Dhamma as they really are to the certain extent, up to the insight meditation. Because of this reason, it is much better, very much better than those who are ordinary and those who never realize the Dhamma. That's why wherever you want to be reborn, you can choose. But for Sayadaw, he used to maybe not encourage. He used to express it in his Dhamma talk to be able to reborn in the Brahma realm, where there is no dukkha like human and deva.
And I think we should aspire to be born in the Brahma.
Raising hand.
I think I have a different opinion. I think it's best to aspire to be reborn as a human being.
It is your choice.
Because Brahma, Deva, I don't know, but human being is more balanced.
It is your choice. One day you may change, I think. Now, from your point of view, it is true for you. One day it will untrue for you. I will see. I will wait that day. Okay.
Next question. If a yogi has Sankhara Rupeka knowledge but did not attain Magaphala in this life, what are the benefits for his or her future life?
Suppose if someone could maintain practicing vipassana up to the Sankhara Upeka Jnana, the knowledge equanimity towards formation, and up to the near-death moment, if they are going to be reborn in the Deva realm, they are still practicing meditation there. Why? Deva, they appear fully formed body. So there is no gap between that consciousness mind and the rebirth linking consciousness. They're near that mind moment taking the Sankhara Dharma, contemplating impermanent suffering and non-self. Because of this reason, in the Deva realm, when they appear fully informed body as a rebirth linking consciousness time, at the rebirth linking consciousness time, in the teachings of the Buddha, there was one bhikkhu, there was one deva. As a bhikkhu, he practiced up to the near-death moment. And he was reborn in the deva realm. He was practicing meditation. At that time, many female deva come around and show him in the mirror, "You are now not as a bhikkhu, you are in the Deva realm." He cried. "I don't want to be reborn in the Deva realm, I don't want..." You see? That's why, very good. That's why, if you remember practicing meditation as a Deva, your attainment will be quick. Your contemplating will be slow. This is what the Buddha said. Okay?
So, Bhante, if I want to be reborn in Kusita realm for my next life, what jhana or meditation level should I need to attain in this very life?
It is as it is the sensual realm with the insight meditation. You can be able to reborn there too. But as an ordinary person, they have no right, condition to choose the existence they want. But for the noble person, starting from the Sotapanna, if they wish to be reborn, they can choose. That's why if you want to be reborn somewhere, according to your choice, please try to be a Sotapanna.
If a yogi is a Chula Sotapanna in his present life, is it definite for him to attain Sodapatti Magaphala in his future existence?
If he continue to practice meditation, yes.
Okay, next question. Can a Sotapanna discern his Phala Samapatti Chitta as Anicca, Dukkha and Anatta, since they are also arising and perishing? Would this discernment lead him or her to higher attainment?
Cannot be the object for vipassana. Even though it is the Phala Samapatti Viti, with many Phala Samapatti Viti, my moment, Javana, my moment, Phala Samapatti, Phala Javana, many my moment, they are rising and perishing, taking Nibbana as object. As the object is not the conditioned Dharma, cannot take the Phala Javana, my movement, as the vipassana meditation object.
Magantara Phala Viti and Phala Samapatti, as well as Mahakiriya Dhamana, are also included in the practice of Patthana. Question is, does this mean that Nariya can still discern the path and person as Anicca, Dukkha, Anatta? Can they also discern the object, that means Nibbana, as Anatta too?
Not for those who are ordinary, because they don't know what is Magga, what is Phala. That's why they cannot practice. Only for those who had attained. No, not for the vipassana meditation, just their nature only.
Okay, next question. In Gubi Nivas Sanusati, the abilities of meditators to discern their past life varies. That means different. For example, a normal disciple could only discern until a certain number of kappa. Question is, the ability on discerning past life is measured in terms of time, duration, that means in kappa, or the number of lives he or she had gone through.
Even as an ordinary people, as an ordinary disciple, they can discern the destruction of the world cycle. For example, this wall will be destroyed sometime by fire, sometime by wind, sometime by water. So this can be seen with the Pubbē Nivāsa Abhiññāna. Even for the ordinary disciples, it depends on their barami and their concentration too.
So it's not measured in terms of time duration.
There is. I forgot. I need to read again.
Shall I continue? Because there is some more. A meditator who was a Brahma in his past life could have lived for 500 kappa. Does this mean his Tobiniwa Sananusati power is very strong. Even he just discerned one past Brahma life.
The power of the concentration and the power of the psychic power. If they want to see quickly, they can see. If they want to see slowly, also they can slowly see to one existence too, because of their attainment. At the same time, the teacher instructed them to see one after another quickly. Sometimes they are curious about their existence, that's why they will discern more. It depends on them.
In fact, the next question, this is in reference to Samyutta Nikaya. Mahavaka Anupana Samyutta, the simile of the Lamb Sutta, the Buddha said that if one wishes to dwell in Arupajhanas, we should practice Anapana, not mentioning kasinas.
Oh yes, it is true, Buddha said directly in this way, but it is for the benefit of all other attainment. As you all know, or as those who could practice Arupa Jhana, without removing kasina, they cannot attain, they cannot practice Arupa Jhana. Because of this reason, just by attaining Anapana, fourth jhana, they can never practice immaterial jhana. As you all know, those who have developed Anapana up to fourth jhana, whatever samatha meditation they want to continue, everything becomes easier for them. In the same way, if they want to continue vipassana, they can continue. Even for the attainment of the cessation, nirodha samapatti, cessation attainment, nirodha samapatti. So if they have attained Anapana up to fourth jhana, based on it they can continue all the other meditation objects necessary for the nirodha samapatti too. That's why it is for the benefit of attainment of many other through the Anapana. That's why Buddha encouraged. If you want to attain Arupa Jhana, develop Anapana meditation, but not directly you can practice through the Anapana, just by practicing kasina and by removing Rupa kasina object and replacing with Arupa object you can attain. It is explained in the commentary. Okay?
Is it possible that someone's Anapana Nimitta might be infinite?
Anapana Nimitta?
Might be infinite in size, like very, very big.
Oh yes, because of the development of concentration, it expands. But not like the kasina, it cannot expand to all 10 directions, but it expands to our surrounding, depending on our insight knowledge too, in our parami. Wisdom.
Most respectful Bhante, what are the chittasiddhas involved in the mentality of a person who is too indecisive in nature? How to overcome this weakness without going to the other extreme? That is, too hasty in making decision.
It is because of having no much experience in life. This is one thing. Now, another thing is just because of having no much knowledge about the true teachings of the Buddha. Even someone who knows and who don't really practice, they may have such problem. That's why don't be the one who knows but who don't practice. But if you are the one who knows and who practice as you know, you will be the one who can make a decision very quickly. But it depends on your life experiences too.
I think what about chittasiddhas?
Chittasika,
Yeah, because the person asked what are the chittasiddhas involved.
vicikicca, doubt.
What is the cause of being egoistic or proud of oneself? How to overcome it?
Those who have strong atta, they are very proud of themselves too. If they are very proud of themselves, they are very egocentric too. That's why these two are connecting. Those who have no much strong atta. Every ordinary people, they have atta, but some are very strong, some are weak. If those who are very strong, their ego is very strong, they are also very proud of. If someone touch their atta, they can't bear it. They will respond unexpected. They will respond the way you can't expect. That's why please be careful to touch those who are very strong ego.
Okay, continue. And in order to help a friend or a person who is too egoistic or proud, should we use more proud way to defeat his or her pride, or the humble way to show him or her an example?
If you are too proud, yeah, there will be a yes. They will be fighting against. That's why if someone is very, very proud of, better we should avoid such person. If you have no capability to do for the good of him. Sometimes if we want to help such person, we need to wait until he understood that, he understands it. What he thought it is strong point of him. One day he came to know, or he come to know that it is very dangerous for him. Only at that time he will be willing to change. And if we know the right time, at the time, if we are wise enough to say something in a reasonable way, at the time they may listen you. The way the Buddha admonished to such person, at one time, in the middle watch of the night, or second watch of the night, those who are waiting to see the Buddha from the Deva realm and Brahma realm, one Deva came down, the one who is proud of himself. Buddha knew very well, oh, this Deva approached me with pride. That's why he prepared a question to ask the Buddha. And when he asked the Buddha with pride, at that time, what did the Buddha do? Buddha gave an answer what he could not understand. At that time, he became humble. The Buddha knew now he is ready to listen my Dhamma. At that time, he gave the answer which can make him understand and to make him attain Sotapanna. If we have such quality, please do.
Since you're talking about person we should ignore, as this question, 1, 2, 3, 4, I ask about person. First is, who is the person that should be praised?
Don't you know? The questioner, don't you know who should be praised? The wise should be praised. The fool should not be praised.
Who is the person that should be exalted?
Those who have faith. As the Buddha said, the wise will not approach to those who have no faith. The wise will not teach the Dhamma those who have no faith. The wise will not ask requisites from those who have no faith. That's why faith is a real way. Because of faith, the wise approach, the wise teach the Dhamma, the wise ask for requisites, not towards those who have no faith.
And who is the person that should be condemned?
Condemned. Only when you know that your condemning can make him change, and your condemning is not with anger, just because you know that this is the right time to condemn him, to make him change and to improve him. If you have such understanding, you should do. Otherwise, please don't do this.
Thank you, Cora. Next is, who is the person that should be ignored? Some mentioned proud person. Any other person?
For the Buddha, when he neglects someone, there is a time when the Buddha neglects completely. One time, the one who trained the horses, he approached the Buddha and he asked the Buddha, how you train your disciples? The Buddha, before giving an answer, Buddha said, you can give me an answer as you pleased. Let me ask you some question before I give my answer towards your question. How do you train your horses? How do you tame them? Sometimes I use harsh way. By doing so, if my horses are tamed, it is good enough. It is fine. Sometimes I tame my horses in a soft way. By doing so, if they become tamed, it is fine. Sometimes I use both harsh and soft. Sometimes, if I cannot tame them by using harsh and soft way, I kill them. Because I cannot destroy my name. I'm the one who is training the horses successfully. That's why I don't want to see people say that you can't train your horses. That's why I don't want to get this name. That's why I kill when I can't do them. And Buddha gave an answer. In the same way, I tame my disciples, sometimes softly, sometimes in a harsh way, sometimes both. If I can't, I kill them. And the horse trainers, he complained to Buddha, you are the Buddha who have no defilement. How can you kill others? I don't believe you. The Buddha said, yes, I kill really. Without admonishing them, as I knew that they cannot be taught. That's why at that time Buddha killed them. Okay? So the wise thought this is the person very difficult to teach, and they decide they will not teach anymore. At that time they kill you.
Okay. Who is the person that we should go and seek advice?
You think who is suitable, you should go and ask advice. But if you are not wise enough, sometimes you may approach to the wrong person. But because of experiencing again and again, finally you become a wise man too, I think.
Next, Bhante, there are altogether 37 enlightenment factors. Can Bhante please explain how they work during meditation?
I don't remember all, okay? But it is so wide. The time we are practicing meditation, especially if you are practicing meditation, the 3 training. If we summarize 37 enlightenment factors, we can summarize into 8 Fold Noble Paths. And then if we summarize 8 Fold Noble Paths, there will be only 3 trainings. The time we practice morality, we need saddha and we need viriya. These 2 are very important. If we have no saddha and if we have no energy or viriya, we cannot observe our morality purely. That's why we need saddha and viriya. for the observing of our morality. For about the development of concentration, mindfulness is the most important factor. But we need to balance mindfulness, effort, and wisdom. If these three can be balanced, we can develop concentration. We need faith too, but as we have faith on the Buddha, Dharma and Sangha, that's why we come and practice meditation. We have faith as we experience many meditators, those who could attain the jhana concentration. That's why we have faith that by focusing on the in-breath and out-breath, we can attain jhana concentration. So we need to develop mindfulness, we need to balance the effort, and we need to use our wisdom to balance everything need to be done.
Okay, next question. Again, we heard that for a pure vipassana eager person, he or she can attain path and crucial knowledge. Is it possible to attain path and crucial knowledge without any jhana concentration?
Yes. Yes.
Sayadaw advises us to put everything aside when we are developing concentration and just meditate. What about Vinaya studies? For an ordained person, it is important to know and understand all the rules with their factors, the derived offenses and so on, to be able to perfect one's sila. And sila is the foundation of the practice. So, one should learn what is in accord with the Vinaya and what is not before starting to meditate, or learn as we go along. Is it okay?
If you want to realize Nibbana, or if you want to know and see the Four Noble Truths, you should engage practice in meditation with good friends in a place where they support for you to live according to the rules, according to the Vinaya. Because of this reason, the environment is very important. If you have no good environment, suitable environment, there will be no good friends there. Because of this reason, there will be many offenses. For that reason, those who want to realize Nibbana, they should engage practice in meditation. But for sure, in a day, there will be a time they have free, or they have free time to read something. At that time, please read the Vinaya as much as you can. By doing so, when you become older in Vasa, you will know much about the Vinaya, and you have practically practiced in a suitable environment where many people practice Vinaya too. Because of this reason, we need good environment. We need to choose to live good environment where we can meet with many good friends. But we should study too. But if we want to realize the Dharma as they really are, we should engage more. Okay.
Okay, next question. Is it true that defilements arise more often in female than in male? Yes.
No much different. Untrained mind are the same, but according to their temperament, it will be different. We can't say all are the same in degree. We should say they will be different according to their temperament, according to their habit, according to the way they grow up.
If devas do unwholesome deeds to others, can they still continue to be a deva, or do they immediately fall to the lower rank?
If they feel jealousy, if they feel angry strongly, immediately it burns their body and they die. That's why if they feel jealousy strongly, if they feel angry towards other deva, their body is so settled. That's why such extreme emotional feeling can burn their body. Even if they forget to eat their meal, their digestive system is very, very, very strong that it burns their body too. That's why be careful if you're going to be reborn as a deva. Don't forget to eat food. Don't be angry. Don't feel jealousy towards anybody. You will burn. It will burn your body and you will die there.
So when they die, where did they go?
And those who have much punya, much wholesome karma, only such deva, they see the Pubbā Nimi, the foretelling signs. 5 Pubbā Nimi. For Pubbā Nimi, it means foretelling signs. There are 5 signs appear before they are about to die. Okay? So if we measure with the human lifespan 7 days before, those who have much punya in the deva, as a deva, 5 signs appear. Their garland wither, their flowers wither, the body no more shine, and then the sweat comes out. Their body appearance becomes changed, and then they have no more happiness in their realm. These 5 signs appear to those who have much punya, much wholesome karma. But for those who was born there with not much wholesome karma, like the fire was extinguished by the strong wind. Immediately they passed away. As the Buddha said, in the Deva realm, since they were reborn there, for female, they're all the time 16 years old female Deva. Their age is like 16 years old, the whole life. Aging is not clear there, not obvious. Sickness is not obvious there. There's a sense of urgency will not arise easily. Only when they are about to die, their appearance changed. Okay? So that's why at that time they felt terribly, they are afraid, they are so afraid at that time. But in the commentary it is explained, with much punya, they are not afraid of their last moment because they know that they are going to be reborn in a higher Deva realm. But with less karma or with not much wholesome karma, they are very afraid because they never experience coming out of the sweat. They never see the withering of the flower. They never experience the diminish of the radiance. So because of this reason, they experience immediately what they never experienced in their life. That's why at that time, how strong the emotional feeling will be. That's why be careful.
Is it possible for a person who has stayed in another religion, that is not Buddhism, to be reborn as a deva?
Yes, possible. As they have done kusala karma too, but fame and gain and a company will not be the same, like those who have faith on law of karma.
Next question. What are the cause and effect for those who prevent, disturb, and stop others from doing wholesome deeds?
There is a danger because of stopping others from doing good deeds. he or she did or does two things towards the one who is going to do and the one who is going to receive. He stopped not only to the person who is going to do, but also to the person who is going to receive. That's why it will give bad result. I don't remember Buddha had explained about this too. I will give some more explanation. Later.
This one asking Nandi for advice. Nandi, would you kindly speak about devotional practices such as offering of flowers to stupas, etc., when such devotional practices are considered attachment to rites and rituals?
Offering flowers to the Buddha. What is the purpose of offering flowers? Why did he think so that it is rite and ritual? It depends on their purpose. Normally, all the Buddhists they enjoy or they like offering flowers to the Buddha. It is for their benefit. It depends on their understanding. What is the purpose of offering flowers to the Buddha? Do they know the purpose of offering flowers? Do they know it can be the cause for their realization of Nibbana? If they know, everything is fine. If they don't know, better they should study the teachings of the Buddha. As they are offering flowers to the Buddha, they should know the teachings of the Buddha. Okay?
Then Nandi, what is considered attachment to rites and rituals?
Hey? Rite and ritual. I think you all know better than me. You all have experience since you all were young. Maybe all of you, almost all of you, if I'm not wrong, are familiar with such rite and ritual practice.
Yes, Nandi. Nandi, I would like to ask, one, where did our wisdom come from? Two, why we can dream?
Where does the wisdom come from? And why we can dream? Dreaming or daydream or what dream?
Why we can dream? Can be daydream, night dream, or dream during practicing meditation.
A lot of dream. Wisdom can be developed. Should not say, where does the wisdom come from? It will not come from anywhere. It can be developed only when we have wise attention. Whenever we do good deeds, they are led by mindfulness, as you all know. Even though we do good deeds, sometimes not associated with wisdom, sometimes lack of wisdom. That's why, even in the wholesome karma, it is not all the time associated with the wisdom. What about the teachings of the Buddha? According to the teachings of the Buddha, wisdom beyond me, understanding law of karma. Those who do good deeds based on understanding law of karma, at that time their wholesome states of mind will be associated with wisdom, but sometimes not too. Dream. What is it dreaming? What about dreaming the time we are sleeping. According to the commentary explanation, we dream the time we are not soundly sleeping, not completely awake, not completely fall asleep. It is at that time that we dream. If we are soundly sleeping at that time, we can't dream. We have no dreaming. But for daydream, the time we practice also, we have a lot of dream. It's just because of having no mindfulness on the meditation objects. You are not determined on what you are doing. That's why you have a lot of dream. You need to develop your mindfulness. You must be determined to develop your mindfulness on the meditation object. Only then, your daydreaming will be less and less.
We break the precept of abstaining from killing when we take a pill to deworm, and how about taking antibiotics?
According to the teachings of the Buddha, what can be offense? Which action can be counted as offense, such as killing? One person complained to one of well-known Mahatera in our country. Your teacher, the Buddha, told all of you, the ordained persons, and all the Buddhists not to do killing. You all drink water every day. In the water there are many small organisms. So, if you drink as if you are killing too, that man complained. But for the Buddha, according to the Buddha's teaching, Buddha said, what you can't see with your naked eyes cannot be counted as an offense. Okay? So if you drink water, pure water, you see very clean. You can't see those organisms with your naked eyes. Because of this reason, it cannot be counted as killing. In the same way, I can explain this only. I don't want to talk about antibiotic and every other things. Some Mahatera, because of having doubt on this, they don't accept any antibiotic. Or some may think it is extreme. Or some may think, it is what we should also follow. But I can tell all of you what the Buddha said, what you can't see with the naked eyes. It cannot be counted as an offense. It cannot be counted as a killing. So according to your understanding, you should do. I don't know about bacteria much. I don't know about virus much. I don't know how to say about them. Some say virus is not the creatures.
Thank you, Bhante. We ask the last question. Okay. Most respectful Sayadaw U Revata, could Bhante share with us the stanzas that Bhante chants in the beginning of every Dhamma talk? What are the meaning of those stanzas and why Bhante is so consistently and persistently chanting them?
In my Dhamma book, Awaken O World, there is a meaning of that stanza. I think you all see already. At the back of the Dhamma book, the name of the book is Awaken O World. So you will see the definition or the meaning of that stanza. It is very, very deep in meaning. It explains the quality of the Buddha. Very beautiful.
Sayadaw, because in your chanting CD, the chanting takes about 18 minutes, 1 week. So in the book, it's very short.
On this way, Pali formula is only 3 short sentences, but I have chanted all the definition of each word in Myanmar, not only Pali, including Myanmar translation. That's why it becomes long. So when you see the English translation under the stanza, these are what the meaning of what I have chanted every time. Those who want to know Chinese, those who can translate, let them translate into Chinese. Those who want to know, those who are Vietnamese, let someone translate into Vietnamese. Okay?
Okay, thank you, Bhante, for the nice Dhamma talk. The Bhante about happy always.
You will share Mary's time today. Repeat after me. Idam me punyam asavakayam vaham hotu. Idam me punyam Vibhanasa Pachayo Hotu Mama Punya Bhagam Sabba Satanam Vajemi Te Sabbe Nesamam Punya Bhagam